What's the consensus on like photoshopping? Is it just like you do it because you know you have to, or is it like some people are more respected for not doing it?
Photoshopping models.
Mm-hmm.
How's that?
I know there's like a big controversy. It's like you're sending a unrealistic standard.
What is it? Those are false representations, or you're lying. Yeah. Well, I mean, when I do like my retouching, I always ask them all. It's like, are you down for a full glam like skin retouch? Like my thing is, you look like you, but you look better. Like not that sounds like really negative, but it's more like you're asking for a dramatic edit. Exactly. I ask people, what beauty marks do you not want me to take away? Like what blemishes do you want me to touch up? Like what do you want me to do? Because usually when they come to me, it's a service that they're paying for, and I'm gonna do what they want. Like I'm not gonna change you completely. I mean, that's not what I do personally, and if they do want something like that, I will send them to somebody who will do that. But I always ask first, but you are going to look at yourself.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I mean, I don't see a huge problem with that. It could even be like, well, I don't know. It depends how far you're willing to go. Like, cause like I'm thinking like Picasso. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Do you have an opinion on people who do take it like it's completely like 180 your face?
Well, obviously, if you don't do it right, you're gonna like the audience is gonna be able to tell if you exaggerate it. If you like didn't do it well, your audience is gonna be able to tell. Right?
Well, here's the thing: you're always gonna have negative comments from haters. You're gonna have negative comments from people who are like, "Why can't you be natural?" or whatever. If you want to be natural, then hire me for a session, and I'll make you look natural. If you don't want that, then you don't want that. I mean, it's up to my client. It's up to what my vision is and what my client's okay with. I have people who are like, well, why are you going to Photoshop her this, or why are you going to smooth out her skin so much? I'm like, because they asked for that, and this is the look we're going for. We're going for editorial. We're going for, like, Vogue. We're going for this. If you want something super sweet and natural and subtle, then we'll go that way. But if I really don't care about who complains, and I tell my models, if somebody's going to complain, like, they can go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
because it's your work, I mean, at the end of the day, and it's the client's decision. At the end of the day, like,
and it's random people online who are complaining. I mean, they're not the ones who are paying your bills, and
it's usually haters.
Is it always the same people though?
It usually can be the same people, and that's why you just block them, because you have that power.
Yeah.
Nah, you should let them watch your success.
Let them watch the success.
Like,
yeah.
what I'm doing.
Send them a magazine of like.
I guess unless they're like trolling too much.
Yeah, well, you are gonna have that. I mean. That's just how it is. Like, you're going to have feuds between photographers, feuds between models. I mean, I don't.
Have you had any so far?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah?
I've had my own fair share of,
feuds? You did it for the clout, huh? Nah,
what? No. I never post any of that stuff online. I do my dealings behind. I don't really care for the drama. I'm not that type of person. But, I mean, the thing is, if you come for somebody's business or you come for somebody's whatever they're doing, I mean, like...
You'll retell it.
Yeah,
of course.
For sure.
That's what 50 Cent did back in the day,
And at some point, depending on how far you get, they're going to back down because they're like, okay, I'm really not down for this.
Yeah.
So.
What are your girls' opinion on like people who make all these crazy filters on Instagram? Is that like a form of photography? Do you guys respect that, or is it like kind of cheating, or what do you guys think? Are you guys purists?
I'm obviously not a purist. Have you seen my work?
I think it looks cool. I think the new filters look kind of cool. The color changes.
Like on Instagram?
But it has its place, right?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean,
does.
there's some people who have like crazy filters that they use consistently for their work or what they do, and like that's their aesthetic. That's their how they create their stuff.
Yeah, my opinion on that is, okay, I get the ones that post filters that are like decent, but if you're constantly posting filters or crazy filters and assuming that's you and like saying, oh, natural, then that's where I'm like, dude, that's not a natural. We could clearly see a filter. You get me? And there's people that actually do like that natural, quote, the picture natural look, and like you zoom in and it's a filter. So it's like, yeah, you can, I mean, everybody's free to do what they want or post how they want it, but I think it's also like being a little humble and just putting that in front of not putting something that's not there, not saying like it's a natural look or in reality it isn't, you get me? And that's where I think it's like a two-side thing.
I think that goes like, I feel like that's socially too. That's just like, that's beyond pictures and anything. There's like some people that are just tend to be a little bit detached from like the, I don't want to say reality, but like the social rules that everyone else agreed on, and you know, so like, so no, like they're just a little off, like you're saying, like there's clearly a ton of editing there, and if they're hashtagging themselves like to be natural,
and don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with editing. I mean,
no, that's
nothing wrong, but it's wrong when you when you don't put it up front. You get me? Like,
well, that's what I mean. They're like
yes.
detached from the social acknowledgement that or maybe they're, I don't know, maybe they're trolls, but they're detached from like knowing that everyone else knows, and that's just like a social thing, right? Like there's always some growing up in school, some kids who just don't get it, just like don't get the.
It's almost like delusional to a certain extent.
That's what I mean.
There actually were some articles published where they were saying how, like, generations now coming up, they see pictures of themselves being tagged, or they see normal photos of themselves, and they're just like, what the heck? Because we are so used to putting filters on you. Like, look it up. They have now journals that are published that they're calling it, like, new, like, not mental disorders, but it's kind of like you don't see what you're doing, or you think that this is you, your new you, or you associate that with being your actual, like, person, your presence.
It's like a personality
and it's not.
disorder.
Yeah, that's what they're starting to say. And it is true. I mean, how often when you take a selfie do you not do it without a filter?
Right. Snapchat.
Like, before Snapchat came out, like, all my photos without filters. And now I'm like, the majority of my stuff is with filters. Poreless, super smooth, my makeup looks flawless, and then I look like a little chancla. Just kidding.
You just made a sound bite right there.
Ooh. Ooh, chocolate smooth.
Man. Yeah, but there's some, like you said, so some stuff looks, in my opinion, like some stuff looks super, like I'm not one to edit anything too much out of natural color or natural contrast, and I do mess with it a little bit. But my style, or like my preferred way to edit when I do is to keep it relatively less messing with the natural look. But I know I've seen some profiles where they mess with colors a lot, and it looks super cool. Like there's some like nighttime photography that I've seen. I was I forget who the guy is, but I was trying to replicate some of his work, and he goes super deep with turquoise and turquoise is the blue one, right? Turquoise and the like the light pink. I can't remember what
it's Brandon Wolfel.
Yeah. And I was kind of replicating that, and that's like that's not normally what I find like appealing, but once I did it, I was like, oh, these look super dope.
I agree. Like people would like compete of who could make a YouTube video, who could like do this person's edit, and like I love his stuff. I think it's beautiful, like the cool tones and all that, and the bokeh and everything. Not my personal style. I'm a warm tone person, and not cool tones. But I can appreciate his stuff, even though it's not my style.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you the ones that I landed on. I think they came out pretty cool.
Okay, cool.
Do you usually let the photographer decide what kind of tone, or
yes,
that
yes, usually when I go, well, it's